The BRICS, which is an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is working on a common currency attempting to ditch the US dollar and destroy America's dominance. The two countries moving all this are China and Russia, the eternal enemies of the US, since they want to de-dollarize to eliminate Western sanctions. So what does this mean for you and your money? In this video, I will explain to you what is happening and why you should and shouldn't be worried about this. So stay tuned. Hi there, my name is Jaime Shekaiban and I welcome you to my channel, The Foreigner in America, where I teach locals and foreigners everything they need to know about producing money, keeping the money, and multiplying it, specializing in the markets and real estate. So if you're someone like myself who loves money and wants to be successful and free, please subscribe to this great channel and hit that bell so you follow up on my 2 weekly videos. Also check out my blog, Instagram, and social media under the same channel name, and take a look at my book, which is a solid read. And I will leave a link below for you to check out. So without further ado, let's begin. The US dollar is the official currency for international trade for many years now. However, since the policies of the country are not focused on protecting them, there have been talks about creating a new currency to dump the dollar. Recently, with the war with Ukraine, the movement was received more strength, especially when Alexander Babakov, the deputy chairman of the State Duma, was quoted as saying that the BRICS nations were in process of creating a new currency to ditch the dollar and the euro. The US dollar is a king of currency. It became the official reserve of the world in 1944 after throwing the atomic bomb in Japan. This decision was made by a delegation from 44 allied countries called the Bretton Woods Agreement. By being the world currency, the US can impose sanctions in other countries when needed. China and Russia, but especially China, is very interested in de-dollarizing the world trade, substituting the dollar with another currency. Their excuse is that nowadays countries suffer from the US interest rate hikes, inflation, and policies. This will improve economic stability and reduce the risk of financial crisis. In reality, all China wants is to take the US out of the game. In 2022, the International Monetary Fund noted that central banks today were not holding the dollar as reserves in the same amount as the year before. Surprisingly, only 59% of the currencies are in US dollars today. And an increase in currencies from other countries have come into play, like the Chinese and smaller economies. The US punished Russia for its invasion of Ukraine by freezing $300 billion of Russia's foreign currency reserves last year, half of them, and took Russian banks out of the SWIFT international payment system. The countries that continue to trade with Russia are doing it in their own currency, like the yuan and the rupee. So Brazil is the worst, since they are already trading with China using the Chinese renminbi as an international currency and dollar challenger. The Indian rupee is also acquiring a lot of strength, since 18 countries have been given permission to trade using it. So what's going on with the BRICS currency? Where's the leaders of these countries pop up in the picture holding hands all smiley? Well, what China, Russia, and India want is a digital currency used to trade between the countries not using the dollar or the euro or the pound. Brazil has already begun accepting trade settlements and investments in yuans. Very interesting, huh? India and Russia have the rupee ruble mechanism for trade. I mean, I understand China and Russia being against the United States. This has happened for 50 years. Brazil and South Africa have specific interests allying to China and Russia. The country I don't understand is India. Wasn't India an ally for the US? Wasn't the US interested in sending their manufacturing into India instead of China? I don't get it. How India can now be interested in de-dollarizing the system. Talking about your money, things haven't changed a bit. You shouldn't be worried about the dollar losing power to the euro or the euro losing power to the dollar, or China or Russia doing their business. Leave that to the politicians who need to handle that. Concentrate on your income and well-being and helping others. Having a single source of income in this economy is horrible. With the amounts of layoffs that exist in corporate America, your job is not worth anything really. You can lose it in any moment. So make sure you have at least a good 6 months of expenses saved in an account who is FDIC insured. Apart from a job, you can concentrate on a side hustle that makes money, like creating content like this, teaching, programming, or giving a specific service like a translation. No matter what you do for extra income, it should be away from corporate America, where you are safe in case your job is lost. Remember, there is no termination law, so you could be laid off and be given no money. Forget about the strength of the dollar and concentrate on the strength of your dollars in your pocket. But remember, take control of your life and take control of your money. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and found useful information, give me a like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss any one of my 2 weekly videos as soon as they come out. So have a great day, don't lose any money, and I'll see you next time.